really feel the energy in the air. That's right. It's time for another exciting episode of India's biggest marketing show, Kiska Brand Bajega. Brace yourselves, because today we've got an absolute powerhouse in the house. From making us burst into laughter in Sarabhai versus Sarabhai to leaving us awestruck in Anupama, she's been ruling our screens and winning our hearts at every turn. With her incredible talent, she's become one of the most beloved and highest earning actors in the Indian television industry. We will dig into the real story behind her brand right here on India's biggest marketing show, Kiska Brand Bajega. Please give a thunderous round of applause to the reigning queen of television, my dear friend Rupali Ganguly.
My God, that was such an introduction.
Please have a seat and welcome to Kiska Brand Bajega.
Thank you for having me.
Gorgeous, I should compliment.
Oh, Ashkal, everything is put together by stylists.
Oh, lovely.
And I like what you're wearing because I've never seen you in this.
Thank you. This is courtesy our designer, which is Pavan Sachdeva. So thank you. Rupali, you made your acting debut at the age of 7 in your father's film, Sahib, in 1985. Then Sukanya happened in 2000, which was your television debut. After that, many shows happened, like Sanjeevni, Bhabhi, the iconic Sarabhai versus Sarabhai, even reality shows like Big Boss, and now Anupama. Starting as a child actor to becoming one of the most sought-after artists in the industry today. How has your journey been?
I think I was blessed to be born to a father like Anil Ganguly.
Yeah.
And who kept us grounded despite, being this hotshot filmmaker at that time. I was blessed to be born to him because I would get to spend my time on the sets. For our vacations, we would be at Vaman Guru's, the legends. Unke editing room mein learning editing. कि एक frame काटो, चिपकाओ. Of course, Vaman uncle ही करते थे, पर बाहर Guru uncle के साथ में, we used to be sticking those films. So that smell of films, and then going to film center, then वहाँ पर there was this preview room with Tiger uncle, and we would see movies there. Like, films are something that I have, it's my life. I wouldn't know what else to do.
Right.
So when they say somebody's learned acting from somewhere, somebody's learned acting from somewhere, I've learned everything from my father.
Not too many people know you've also done Bollywood films. As the lead heroine. I'm sure people are going to Google that and see that. But yes. Right. How did television happen?
Bolidan was my first film with my father, where I started acting as a heroine when I was 12. I would do anything for my papa. He is my inspiration. He is my God, and he still is.
Of course, and he's so proud of what you've achieved on your own merit as well.
He never recommended us. So I don't know what happened to nepotism. Papa, hello. I wanted nepotism too somewhere.
For the people who don't know, your brother is an acclaimed choreographer. Both of you have led your own paths.
Absolutely, that's because of my father. He said, if I could make it on my own without any support, तुमको तो घर दे रहा हूँ ना बॉम्बे में रहने के लिए.
Right.
जाओ खुद करो. At that time, we were like, yeah, Papa can't even make one call for us. Today, we thank God that he did not make that one call for us.
Sure.
We had to do it right from the scratch.
Yeah. So coming back, how did television happen?
Television was again struggling days. तब जो काम मिले, हाँ, मतलब घर चलाना था, तो जो काम मिले चलेगा. It was looked down upon, and it was like, especially our Bengali community, ahare bichara, Rupa's doing television, poor thing. So you're kind of an outcast. People would feel sorry for me because I was doing television, and I didn't care. Because at that time, पैसे मिलते नहीं थे. तो जो मिला, ठीक है, दिल है कि मानता नहीं, per episode इतना ही मिलेगा, चलेगा. सुकन्या, इतना ही मिलेगा per day, चलेगा. मुझे, I needed...
You had to run the house.
Yeah, and run the house in the way कि I've never had ambitions. I've never had like dreams. My thing was कि मेरे को पापा को municipality hospital में नहीं रखना है. I want him to be in a good hospital like a Leelavati. For that, it was imperative that I work. I think even my brother, there's so much of respect for whatever little we get that we want to make the maximum out of it. If you give me 10, I promise you'll make 1,000 out of it. And in that short time that you get in television, you perform an excellent scene where people call you up and where, it's like portals are writing about it. What a performance, what a performance. TV kaun dekhta hai yaar? But wo log likhte hain, what a performance. That is my achievement. That is my win.
But to defer, TV कौन देखता नहीं है, TV सब देखते हैं.
अभी देखते हैं, अनुपमा के बाद अभी देखते हैं. It is not an easy industry. From every technician, every actor, every writer, every person who's associated with any TV show. I say it with utmost pride that we work harder than anybody.
True that.
And without equal acknowledgement from government is concerned. Why aren't there national awards for television? When a maker takes the risk of making a show like this, which is not very, very big scale and big mounted show, it was a show from the heart and told with a lot of simplicity.
So you think Anupama worked because it was relatable?
Anupama worked because it was real.
Is there a fear, Rupali? Because in television, out of sight is out of mind. Is there a fear somewhere saying if once Anupama gets over, then what?
We are television artists. We are actors. Okay. And actors in itself is a very big deal for me. To be called as an actor, to be acknowledged as an actor is a very big deal. Celebrity to aajkal koi bhi hai.
So we don't want to differentiate the medium, and you're not bothered about.
No, I'm not bothered about the medium. कल को रोल कहीं भी मैंने कहा ना, चाहे इतना छोटा भी रोल मिले, बड़ा रोल मिले, चाहे इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिले, उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे, जिस भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिले, मैं ऐसा काम करूंगी कि लोग मुझे नोटिस करेंगे ही.
We're talking about Anupama, but I want to now hear it's a marketing show. So I'm going to use a word called research. I might have not watched Anupama, but I've definitely loved and binged on.
For saying this, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, because I don't get time to watch television, but I do follow what's the ratings of Anupama as a marketer. But now coming back to it, I have actually, and by the way, I have not watched a single episode of
Thanks.
Anupama. Thank you.
Thanks. And today is your homework. You will go home and watch the first episode.
Thank you. I will watch it on, I will watch
watch the last Monday episode. I think I've done a good job. Yeah.
Okay, so coming back.
Yeah.
I've loved your character of Monisha Sarabhai, and I've not missed a single show.
That's me.
Of Sarabhai versus Sarabhai. So
Monisha's
now,
me.
being a marketing show, being a research-driven show, what is the research that Rupali Ganguly has put in for its characters, be it a Monisha Sarabhai or be it an Anupama?
Nothing.
Nothing.
There's been no research. There's been no workshop. There's been no prep. There's been nothing.
Nothing. Even for Monisha, there was no research. Nothing.
Monisha's me.
Okay.
I didn't have to act.
Yeah. You were yourself.
Yeah, I was being myself. So I wasn't acting. That is how I am. I think Monisha was better than Rupali. So yeah, so that's Monisha's me.
For Anupama, because you played a Gujarati, did it come naturally to you? Did you observe any women? Was there anything before taking on the role?
See, every actor Adi is an observer. चाहे मैं ट्रेन में जाऊं या चाहे मैं नॉर्मली रास्ते पे चलूं या चाहे मैं मेरी बिल्डिंग में रहूं, life is about observing other people, and that is where you don't even realize where you imbibe things from other people. For me, when I saw Anupama, I saw her not speaking English. I saw her speaking very Gujarati accent में हिंदी. वो मेरे को करना था, and I had a neighbor, Harsha Bhabhi. So बचपन से मैं उनके घर में, I love Gujarati food. I love it. So yeah, I used to go to the house to eat. And Bhabhi, Rupa, Urdu, So this is the accent that I caught.
Right.
So that was the whole accent of Anupama is Harsha Bhabhi. Then my bestie, Rupal. She lives in the US, but she'll still say, matlab? Matlab what? Matlab? So that matlab I picked up. Then there's a lot of stuff that I've picked up from our Honorable Prime Minister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like what? Now, this is good. This is very interesting.
No, like how obsessed I am with Modi ji. I mean, I'm a Modi bhakt.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. And I'm proud of it.
Fair enough.
When you hear his speeches and you hear his certain words that he speaks in Hindi, which has a very predominant Gujarati accent. And he does not shy away from it.
Absolutely. And he owns it. He owns it. Yeah.
So that.
And why shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Those are the roots.
That is
Those
his
are
roots.
His roots.
The way he holds his roots, that is what I've picked up for Anupama. You hold your roots with pride. So even if right now Anupama is in America, she speaks Hindi with a predominant Gujarati accent and tries to speak English also. Like, do not mess with me. So it won't be, don't mess with me. So, so all those things, just grow up ne. Right. So that ne will come. That Gujarati thing will be there. And today when I speak Gujarati, I feel so proud of the language.
And now you've learned Gujarati? You've always known Gujarati?
मैंने थोड़ी Gujarati आवड़े छे. हाँ.
And that's what television does, right? Because television, makes you so relatable. Because you're in their home every single day. And that's the power of TV.
But Adi, there are so many times when, certain actors, with due respects to them, they've tried their best. But they try and pick up an accent, or they try and pick up something, and they use it for their characters, but it becomes a caricature. So my innate respect for Gujaratis, because Gujaratis are killing it worldwide.
Of course.
चाहे हमारे Prime Minister हो,
yeah,
चाहे the richest man in India, चाहे वो all the Patels, everybody, all the Gujaratis who've gone everywhere in the world. So there's immense respect for them. So that respect I had to portray in my character.
Sure.
This character is a tribute to all the Gujaratis.
Well said. And I'm sure they are, while they're watching, they're following you and they're loving every minute of it as well. Coming to brands, you're a face of a lot of brands like Ashirwad Atta, Tata Salt, Whisper, and many, many, many brands.
Thank you, yes.
What are your criteria for selecting a brand? And most importantly, today when you're offered money, I'm sure it's not comparable to the deals that the Bollywood counterparts are getting.
You'll be surprised.
They are? And then I'm very, very happy. So has that bridge?
Yes, Anupama, like I said, has suddenly kind of bridged the gap.
I'm very
any
happy
pride or
because
something.
Then Rupali, you've set standards which did not probably happen.
But it's also about doing the brands that you believe in, no?
Sure.
Adi, I wouldn't take up yes, I do get all those betting apps. It's a lot of money.
You wouldn't do
I mean,
that.
today if Anupama endorses a betting app, it is a huge money. But it is ethically and morally not my game. I will never do it. So, जो चीजें I endorse are the cheeses that I use. Tata Salt, of course मैं खाती हूँ. आशीर्वाद आटा, मेरे घर में वही आटा आता है, चाहे वो विस्पर हो, वो तो आप यूज करते हैं ना. Proudly sanitary napkin, क्यों नहीं? Why don't we talk about it?
Sure.
That is something that every woman goes through and be shy from talking about it.
Fair enough. Digital, right? You've got a 3 million plus following on Instagram. But more than that, right? There's a lot of stuff being written about you. I'm sure there's love, but there's also trolling that happens. Right? How do you react to trolls? How do you react to people trolling, let's say, an Anupama or a photographer for our matter?
अरे बहुत ट्रोल करता है. Sadly, the women only who troll. So औरतों को इतना वेला टाइम कहाँ से? कोई एक डॉक्टर ब्लडी सम गायनेक सिटिंग समवेयर वो गाली देती रहती. क्यों? तेरे पास पेशेंट नहीं है भाई. नहीं है तो बोल, बेचती हूँ मैं तेरे पास. काम में बिजी हो जा. कहाँ दिमाग लगा रही है?
But why do you need to get bothered?
But it becomes very sad when they abuse your child.
You've had that kind of hate coming in as well.
My child, they wish the worst thing. What has he done? What has he done?
But then just block them and just get the negativity out.
The other day I saw something that Mr. Shah Rukh Khan said.
Right.
What he talks in sense. He says, if these people are giving me galis, at least they're talking about me. They're watching my show. So मेरे को ये बॉदर करता था, ये फ्लैशबैक. आज तो मैं हाथ जोड़ के बोलती हूँ, भाई चाहे गाली दीजिए, चाहे मुझे, मेरे को एक्टर्स को मत दीजिए, मुझे गालियां दीजिए, मुझे जो बोलना है बोलिए, लेकिन मेरा शो देखिए. आप मेरा शो देख रहे हैं, आपके लिए मैं रेलेवेंट हूँ, इसलिए आप मेरे बारे में लिख रहे हैं, इतना समय बर्बाद कर रहे हैं मेरे मुझ पर, तो प्लीज कीजिए और मुझे इसी तरह से रेलेवेंट रखिए, प्यार बनाए रखिए.
You put some very cool comments and memes, right, which we want to take you through and we want you to react to them. Right? Yes.
Changing my name to Anupama because that's the only way to get attention. How sweet. Yeah. Thank you, Prakriti.
Lovely. Chalo, that's what.
मम्मी जी, इन दोनों के पैचअप की खुशी में cheers करें. Raise a toast, Monisha. If you don't mind, cheers करें. It's just so Hindi film for me.
How is your reaction? How is you? I'm sure you're aware of all the memes that are happening with Manisha and Mummy ji.
Yes.
You follow them yourself also?
I send
Have
it
you
to...
got them on WhatsApp?
We have a Sarabhai group.
You have a Sarabhai.
Yeah. So I send it to Mummy ji. The other day she was walking the ramp and I said, ये देखो हमारी model. So I sent it on the group. So she's like, तू सब देखती है.
Or she didn't say model is so middle class.
No, she didn't say that. But she knows I'm middle class. She's accepted it. And Ratna ji is the sweetest. I love her. Wherever she travels, she brings something for my son. So that is the relationship that I have come out. चाहे वो काका हो, मम्मी जी हो.
That's one. Let's have a look at the next one.
कभी बिना रोए एक एपिसोड दिखा दो तो माने. जरा भी नहीं. क्यों?
Okay, that's the response to Ayush. Moving on.
खुशी में भी आंसू निकलते हैं.
Do you know?
This had become very famous.
This has become viral. Gurgaon traffic police.
Monisha beta, cops caught me. बोलो ये मामा ने पकड़ लिया just.
Right? So from traffic cops to brands.
Zomato, Monisha beta, crisp fried dough wafers topped with chickpeas yogurt and tangy tamarind mint and cilantro. बोलो this papdi chaat is. आइला इतना सब है crisp fried dough wafers topped with chickpeas yogurt and कौन बोलता है ऐसा?
So now, artificial intelligence is everywhere. right? So we've actually, we know that you do a lot of things for animals, and we're going to come to that. But we've put together certain initiatives which are driven with purpose that we feel you should own, right? And our teams have put this together, and we've created logos for them. So we'd love to take you through them, and we'd love you to react to them as well. As a part of Brand Rupali, let's look at the first one. A talk show with homemakers who follow their passion while taking care of their family. It's an extension of your personality.
I love this. See, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm actually getting goosebumps.
That because this...
I've been wanting to do something more, especially for the homemakers.
And
who
this
are the
could-
most...
absolutely.
They're the least acknowledged.
And
If they
put
put it
them
back-
on a pedestal, because I
Yes,
think...
totally. They deserve to be.
And you being their voice makes so much sense.
Leading us. Oh.
Right? And we call this Golden Encore. Where, because again, you come from roots of acting, you've done theater, you've done films, you've done television. What if you get back into the lives of people who are into old age homes and probably do a small workshop with them or do a small aspect with them? And that's something that we put together as a part of Golden Encore. Now, talking about AI, the next one, what we've done is we've imagined you, right, into certain biographies, right? And we've created AI posters of the same as well. Now, we'd like you to react to them. And what kind of research would you do, right, if you had to play these characters? So let's look at who they are. So the first one, a television show about Sita's, a Ramayana from a Sita's perspective. And it could be a TV or an OTT show. And yeah, let's see how this is how we would.
This is beautiful. I would never say never, but of course, Sita was such a strong character and very strong. I think Ramayana mein one of the strongest characters, Shri Ram Prabhu ji to the hi, but Sita Maiya jo thi, wo बहुत ज़्यादा सक्षम and वाह.
A show about India's first female chief minister, Sucheta Kriplani.
Ah, interesting.
Does politics interest you?
I have never thought about, going actively into politics. But like I said, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji inspires me so much that अगर किसी भी capacity में उनके साथ काम करने का मौका मिलेगा तो मैं कभी नहीं छोड़ूंगी.
Need not be.
हाँ, चाहे किसी भी तरह से हो, मुझे
part of
कहीं भी, it's time to give back, Adi. And the way India is going today and positioned today, I think it will be huge if I get to be even a small part of it.
We have the last segment, which are fun games. The no questions, right? The first game is guess the price. We're going to show you certain products. So the first product is lazy glasses.
वो क्या होता है?
ये होता है. कितना होगा cost?
ये 2000 के करीब.
Okay, let's have a look. It's $649. Not okay. Next one. The baby mom. Yeah.
What is baby mom?
It's getting your babies to work overtime. So how much do you think would this cost?
300-400 रुपया.
400 rupiah. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, bang one. Right. The next one, a phone fan. Again, don't ask me what could be the relevance, but yeah, how much do you think a phone fan would cost?
ये भी 200-300.
300. Okay, let's see. Alright, bang on. There's one thing that Rupali Ganguly, I'm sure Aces is guessing the price. A lot of us have a purpose in life, and having worked with you, having known you, I think a large part of your life is the work that you do for stray animals. And how do you want to take this movement to the next level?
मेरा ड्रीम था कि हर होमलेस बच्चा मैं किसी तरह से अडॉप्ट कर लूं, हर जानवर के लिए लड़ूं. आई वांटेड टू बी द वॉइस फॉर द वॉइसलेस इनोसेंस. ये एक चीज मैं करना चाहती हूँ. आई वांट टू बिल्ड द बिगेस्ट एनिमल शेल्टर, समथिंग लाइक अनंत अंबानी इज माई हीरो टुडे.
Sure.
जिन लोगों के पास सामर्थ है और वो जो बेजुबानों के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं, काश मैं वहां पर उनके लिए कुछ कर सकूं, एक छोटा सा ही हिस्सा अगर मैं मदद कर सकूं.
On that note, Rupali, I want to thank you. It's been such a joy having you on India's biggest marketing show, Kiska Brand Bajega. After chatting with you, I'm feeling a sense of pride seeing how far you've come. Wishing you heaps of luck and endless success on your journey ahead. Cheers. And that's a wrap on our chat with the amazing Rupali Ganguly. Any guesses on who our next celebrity might be? Tune in next week to find out. Until then, keep smiling and keep spreading those great vibes. Happy marketing.